May 8, 1942. High above the Coral Sea, 8 American SBD Dauntless dive bombers are on patrol. They're expecting an attack from Japanese torpedo bombers, but what they find is far deadlier. Bandits. 6 o'clock. 9 lethal A6M Zeros. The apex predators of the sky swarmed the American formation. Charles Erops, pilot Lieutenant Stanley Swede Vejtasa, watches in horror as 3 of his comrades are engulfed in flames. He knows he has to escape. But his Dauntless is a lumbering giant compared to the nimble Zeros. It's slower, less agile, and hopelessly outgunned. His rear gunner, Frank, spots a Zero closing in. Swede. The Zero is turning towards us. With no other choice, Vejtasa turns to face the enemy head-on. It's a desperate move. A dive bomber against a dedicated fighter. As the 2 planes hurtle toward each other, Vejtasa gets an idea. He fires a premature burst from his forward-facing .50 caliber machine guns. A Hail Mary shot. The Zero pilot returns fire, its 20mm cannons spitting death. The shells streak past Vejtasa's cockpit, missing by inches. Vejtasa bunks slightly, keeping his nose pointed at the enemy. The Zero roars past, its folly, completely missing the mark. Come on, Frank. He's all yours. Vejtasa's gunner unleashes a stream of bullets as the Zero flies by, but the agile fighter quickly escapes the arc of fire. It worked. The head-on pass had thrown the enemy off, but their relief is short-lived. The first Zero banks for another run, and he's not alone. A second Zero appears from behind, and a third dives from above. The odds have just gone from bad to impossible. Vejtasa's mind races. He's in a slower, less maneuverable plane with weaker guns and no backup. How can he possibly survive this? Then, another crazy idea sparks in his mind. Take a deep breath. Frank, we're about to pull some G's. He deploys his dive brakes, slowing the heavy bomber to a crawl. Its counterintuitive speed is life. And a dogfight, but Vejtasa is playing a different game. As the first Zero lines up for a head-on attack, Vejtasa pulls his stick hard to the left. The Dauntless groans under the strain, pulling an incredible 10 gigaseconds. The crew is slammed into their seats as the bomber seems to disappear from the Zero's gun sight. Just in time, the enemy fighter screams past. Vejtasa sees his chance. He keeps the punishing turn, his vision blurring as the blood drains from his head. He lines up his sights on the Zero's tail. His twin, 50 cals roar to life, peppering the unsuspecting fighter. The bullets tear through the Zero's unarmored fuselage. A plume of black smoke erupts, and the damaged fighter is forced to break off. 1 down, 2 to go, but there's no time to celebrate. The other 2 Zeros are back, their guns blazing. 7.7mm rounds ping off the Dauntless's fuselage as Vejtasa weaves through the storm of lead. A third Zero dives from above, unleashing another volley. Frank! Hold on. Vejtasa masterfully flies his bomber directly under the attacker, baiting the pilot into a steep dive. But the Zero pilot is no fool. He knows pulling out of such a dive could rip his wings off, and he aborts the attack. The Japanese pilots are getting frustrated. This slumbering bomber should have been an easy kill. They coordinate, lining up on Vejtasa's tail for a simultaneous attack. I have the American in my sights, ready to strike. As they close in, Vejtasa once again throws his Dauntless into a series of brutal, high G turns. The G-forces are so extreme that his gunner, Frank, is tossed around in the back, unable to get a clear shot. The Zeros attack from every direction, their speed and agility making them seem like they're everywhere at once. But every single time, Vejtasa manages to evade. His crazy gamble is paying off. The Dauntless, while slow to roll, can pull G-forces at the lighter, more fragile Zeros simply can't handle. The Japanese pilots are growing impatient. This should have been over minutes ago. One of them charges in, misses, and instead of creating distance, immediately whips around for another pass. This is the mistake Vejtasa was waiting for. He yanks the Dauntless towards the overeager Zero and opens fire. The bullets find their mark, ripping through the thin airframe. I'm hit. The second Zero spirals down in smoke and flames. A glimmer of hope. Just one enemy left, but this last pilot is cautious. He's not going to fall for the same tricks. He's coming in from behind. Vejtasa pulls into another hard turn, but this time the Zero doesn't overshoot. It matches his speed, sticking to his tail like glue. The enemy pilot has figured it out. He has given up on high-speed passes and is now trying to get a firing solution at low speed. Vejtasa keeps turning, pushing himself and his plane to the absolute limit. But the Zero stays right on him. The Dauntless drifts into the enemy's crosshairs. But the Zero doesn't fire. The deadly dance continues. The Zero getting closer and closer, yet holding its fire. Why doesn't he shoot? Then, the chilling realization hits Vejtasa. He's out of ammo. He's trying to ram us. Vejtasa slams the throttle too full, trying to outrun his determined foe. But the Zero is faster and easily closes the distance. Then, the deception is revealed. Faster. That was a trick. The Zero's cannons erupt, shredding Vejtasa's wings and tail. He looks back, wondering why his gunner isn't returning fire. Frank is slumped over in his seat, passed out from the relentless Jeep. Vejtasa is truly alone. He immediately yanks the stick and deploys the air brakes again, trying to force an overshoot. The Japanese pilot anticipates the move, cutting his own throttle. He almost overshoots but uses sharp rudder movements to bleed speed. This begins a classic maneuver known as a rolling scissors. The two planes are now locked in a terrifying aerial ballet, flying side by side. They crisscross, each pilot trying to get behind the other, while simultaneously dodging their opponent's guns. They pass so close Vejtasa can almost see the Japanese pilot's face. Suddenly, the control stick is ripped from Vejtasa's hands as the two planes collide. Metal shrieks and pieces of aircraft fly through the air. For a split second, Vejtasa thinks it's over, but he instinctively grabs the stick and, miraculously, finds the plane is still flyable. He looks down and sees the final Zero diving away, trailing smoke. The skies are finally clear against all odds, through sheer skill, guts, and an incredible understanding of his aircraft's hidden strengths. Lieutenant Stanley Swede Vejtasa had done the impossible. He had defeated 3 of the world's best fighter planes in a slow, cumbersome dive bomber. For this unbelievable feat of airmanship, he would receive his 2nd Navy Cross. His superiors were so stunned by his account that they offered him a transfer to a fighter squadron, an opportunity he gladly accepted. The legend of the dive bomber that outfought the Zeros was born. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this incredible story of aerial combat, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tales of military history.